So we just left Bill and Melissa's, and we're so excited for Bill's trip. He's got our numbers, and we told him to give us a call if he needed anything when he's on his trip, information. What a wonderful host. He really took care of us. He allowed us to do laundry. Beautiful home. Melissa fixed a wonderful supper last night. There's the lighthouse again. And we just want to shout out to them. Thanks for hosting us here on Oak Island. So today's going to be interesting. We got 7-10 mile ride, something like that, to Southport. Basically, we got to ride around the water to get to the other side of the water. And then we're on a boat for like 40 minutes or something like that to get where we're going. So yeah, I have another ferry ride today in the middle of our tour. So it's about 63 degrees or something like that when I checked this morning. That was before the sun popped up. Of course, being along the water is very humid. We had the bikes parked inside. They've been sitting outside for about an hour as we had breakfast and chit-chatted with Bill. And handlebars were a little moist when we got out, so kind of give you an idea of the humidity. So temperatures are still cool, but today could get really, really warm on us. So we're prepared for that. So we know to drink the water and be careful. So yeah, that's your morning brief. We'll see what the rest of the day has to bring. Crossing over the Intercoastal Waterway Bridge. We saw that yesterday. What's interesting today is all the fog, just right above the water. Well, that kind of stunk. Well, we just had our third mechanical. I ran over something. I heard something and it disappeared right away. And then all of a sudden I got the wobbles in the back end, looked down, and had ran over a brad nail. And so 8 miles into the ride this morning, we had to fix a flat tire. So now I got 2 tubes I need to fix. When we get on the boat, the ferry ride, it's about a 40-minute ride. So I guess I know what I'll be doing on the ferry ride. We're still in Southport here. Just thought I'd show you what it looks like to ride through town. We're once I decided I need to take pictures, we'd passed a lot of the really neat scenic stuff, but just what I guess you would classify as your typical small coastal town. Very nice, lots of charm. If you're not from the coastal areas, me being in a landlocked Midwest, it's got a lot of character for what we're used to seeing. So just wanted to share that with you. Just a little bit more of Southport. There was one other thing I wanted to add yesterday, but I'd done recording for the day. I checked the math on our mileage, and yesterday we passed the 1,000 mile milestone. So yeah, another interesting thing that happened yesterday. Yeah. So we made the Fort Fisher ferry, and waiting for the ferry to show up, and we're going to get on that, and it's a 40-minute ride? Is that what is that about what it is? Is it that long? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And that's what we're doing to get to the other side. So needless to say, what's not going to be fun about my ferry ride, I had 2 flats in the last 2 days, and I got to fix some inner tubes. So I'm going to do it on the ride over. There you go. So we're getting on the ferry now. So, oh, this is kind of like the one we rode across in Canada. Okay, do you want us up front, in the back?
Wherever you want to be on and land on up against the wall.
Okay, all right. He's got the tickets. I don't know who collects them. Okay. John, where do you want to go up front? All right. Well, let's do this. Let's stay in the back. That way the cars can get off before us. We're out of their way and they don't have to worry about us. So we boarded and just now pulling off, and so we got about a 40-minute ride. So we're about ready to get done. I got both my flats fixed and getting ready to offload here. You can kind of see it off to the right there. There's just a few boats on here, or a few cars on here on the boat. The guy in the van there talked to us quite a bit, and then Ryan, which you see behind John there, he also stayed at Bill's place last night. He caught us this morning. The boat was getting ready to take off, and all of a sudden they started backing up. We look, and here comes Ryan down the ramp, and they pulled back up so he could get on the boat instead of having to wait another 40 minutes. So I was glad to see they do that for him. So just thought I'd show you how we get on and off the ferry. They're pretty quick about this, and they like to really stay on schedule. So you probably see the cars get on and off pretty quick. We'll let the cars go first so they can keep going where they're going. We're kind of slow compared to them. Just push the bike up the ramp.
Yeah, because it's slick.
Yeah. See ya. Have a great trip. Thank you. So we got off the boat and just kind of quietly, which has been really nice, making our way towards Fort Fisher. That's what we're getting ready to come into. Just wanted to kind of show you. This is, it reminds me of Oak Island as far as how they've taken care of it. The trees here are really interesting. Very interesting how the trees grow. Not like anything we got at home. Kind of show you these here. It's just really different compared to home. We just entered a U.S. Army post that they allow you to ride through. I don't know how big it is or the name of it. Let me see if there's anything on the map there. It doesn't really say anything about it, so I'm not for sure. But Bill was saying something that was like a depot, a weapons depot. So the picture you just saw, the other gentleman was a friend of John's down here in Wilmington, North Carolina. He got a hold of John and kind of just met us en route, and we were able to cross paths and chit chat for about 10 minutes or so. It was, I believe John and him had worked together at one point as a firefighter. So Sean now works for the TSA. So we're hoping that maybe we'll get a chance to see him tonight when we stop at one of John's friends for the evening. Near a port, so it looks like they can onload, offload like chemicals and petroleum products, and then off to the left there you got all the containers that come off the containers, you know, or the cargo ships. You can kind of see them stacked on one another off to the left there. Kind of interesting. I know you can't see it on the film, but I can. There's a big cargo ship over there that's either loading or unloading. Interesting to see what it looks like up close. This is the first time we've been near one of these large ports. So there to the left you can see all those containers stacked. It looks like they're about, what, 5-6 high. Never thought an industrial area would be interesting. So we are stopping for lunch. We're about halfway through the ride today. Found a nice park to hang out in and have lunch. It's been a really interesting ride so far this morning. I'm expecting this afternoon will probably be a lot of the same. So yeah, lunch break, and then hopefully the geese doesn't try to eat our tuna salad. So as we were making our way out of Wilmington, the maps got a little compressed, and it was really difficult to tell where we were at. So we stopped and talked about it, pulled out the Google Maps to verify location, and found that it was compressed quite a bit, and we needed to travel a little further than what we had. We didn't get lost. We just had to slow down and double check. That's one thing that we tend to do. Something that doesn't feel right, we talk about it, make sure we're both on the same page. And it's worked for us. It worked for us when we did the Trans Am, and it's working for us doing the Atlantic Coast. So not a hiccup. Just wanted to explain that sometimes navigation, becomes a little bit of an issue, and how we deal with it. So today we kind of followed the ACA route, and we just really got tired of riding on Highway 17 and the road noise, just all the vehicle traffic. It just wears on you. And we thought the route would keep us away from cars for quite a bit, but it seemed like there had been a lot of cars in here the last 10 miles of the day. We could finally get some peace and quiet out here on the road. Just find it funny, we're about 1,100 miles into this ride, and just now getting to a point where it's semi-quiet. 1,100 miles, and it finally gets somewhere where it's